Welcome to the Urban Angle. Your city, your fish, your experience. With your host, David Kearney. Join us as we explore the opportunities, obstacles, and rewards urban fishing has to offer. And now your host, David Kearney.
So are we on now? Are we good?
We're back. Welcome to the Urban Angle. We took a bit of a hiatus to rejuvenate and get things ready for the upcoming Toronto Urban Fishing Ambassadors' busy season. We're going to take this opportunity to talk to some local anglers and companies, ones that promote local, fish local, and help out organizations like TUFA and this radio show. So let's just get right down to it. Our first guest is Ben McWhinney. Ben owns and operates Ben McWhinney Outdoors. Let's just let Ben tell his story. Okay, so I want to welcome to the Urban Angle Ben McWhinney from Ben McWhinney Outdoors. Welcome to the show, Ben.
How you doing? It's good to be back and be on the radio show.
Well, thank you for being here. You've had quite a dynamic career within the fishing industry. You've been a pro angler, you've been a radio show producer, you've guided professionally, and you field test or pro staff for many great Canadian tackle and gear companies. And you are owner-operator of Ben McWhinney Outdoors. Tell our listeners about Ben McWhinney Outdoors and what you bring to the fishing industry table.
Well, I'll back you up a little bit. I don't know if dynamic career is the actual term I would give it. I would definitely say I've been afforded some great opportunities in my search and passion of fishing, but I'll take it as a compliment. I decided to, this has been a long journey for me, but ever since I started fishing and learning the different facets of fishing, and watching some of my personal legends on TV teach fishing, it became to me that that's something what I want to do. That's my calling. I wanted to be one of the individuals to carry the torch forward to the next generation of kids that pick up the best sport and best hobby, best all-time anything to do would be fishing. So that's what Ben McWhinney Outdoors is primarily about, promoting the great Canadian outdoors and the people and manufacturers that are in it.
Well, it sounds like you have a great passion for fishing.
Yeah, I do. It's, like I said, a lifelong journey. I still have a lot of fish on my bucket list that I haven't been able to cross off. So when I do, hopefully there'll still be more.
And you're going to be field host for the upcoming season of No Limits TV. This show is one of Canada's most watched outdoor programs, and it brings its viewers outdoor adventures and fishing and hunting from our great Canadian coast to coast. What do you have in store for the viewers on the upcoming season of No Limits TV?
I was, well, thanks, Steve. I was quite taken aback to be approached by No Limits, and I jumped at the opportunity to be field host and cover some of the great fishing here in Ontario, because from the Algoma region right down to southwestern Ontario and eastern Ontario, there is fantastic fishing of multi-species. It's just Ontario and Alberta are almost, to me, meccas of Canadian sport fishing.
Yeah, we do have. We're quite blessed here in Ontario with thousands of lakes and rivers and streams and ponds. The opportunities to get out and fish are just abundant.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think it's important to preserve these things and protect them, and watch out for one another as fellow anglers. And you know, if we're toting around a tackle box and a fishing rod, there's definitely a certain protocol you should follow, and that's not litter. Like, that's my biggest pet peeve as an angler. Is coming to my favorite fishing spot and seeing somebody that was there that obviously likes to fish, but he's left his garbage everywhere, and it really bothers me.
It's almost inconceivable how people can do that. We have a big problem with that here in Toronto, and one of the things that we try and do with the Toronto Urban Fishing Ambassadors is to give anglers a little bit of a better view, because we're looked down upon because of just that exact situation.
It's other people's abuse and of the environment plays a huge impact, and it's volunteers such as yourself and myself that end up picking up the slack for people that know better.
Yeah, they do.
We'll be right back with more Urban Angle.
Kitefish quality flies are hand-tied to perfection. Visit us at www.kitefish.com for our complete line of products, including flies, beads, and promotional offers at fantastic prices. Use the code RADIO1 to get free shipping and no tax on your next order. That's www.kypefish.com.
Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing. We're here to help put your business on the map. At Castle Rock, we specialize in marketing for outdoor companies. No company is too big or too small for Castle Rock Outdoors Marketing. Contact us at castlerockoutdoors@gmail.com. Find Castle Rock Outdoors on Facebook and on Twitter at Castle Rock Media. Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing.
If you're in the Greater Toronto Area and require a specialist in wall treatment and paint application, give Colorscape a call. Colorscape Painting, clean, concise, contemporary. For a free estimate, call 416-986-9730. That's 416-986-9730. Colorscape Painting.
Welcome back to the Urban Angle.
So you're going to be MC this year at the Bowmanville Tackle Swap and Fishing Show. So this is going to be your third year MCing. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Thanks is extended to Peter Seto, a fantastic gentleman that I got an opportunity to meet 2 years ago at the first one that I attended. We've formed a relationship. It's great to see all the kids' faces and be back with some of the fishing-related people that we know in the industry. Big Jim is always a big part of it for me. So
yeah, and this is going to be your third year emceeing the show, right?
Yes. I do miss my radio show, but time, work, and other constraints just doesn't allow me to have the opportunity to be on the air on a weekly basis. So, but getting to stretch my vocal cords as MC for all the Bowmanville Tackle Swap and Fishing Show is great. It's great for me and hopefully the people that attend as well. So
and so what sets this show apart from the larger tackle and fishing shows that come through Southern Ontario?
The camaraderie is there. It's smaller. It's more family. I wouldn't necessarily say that the bigger shows aren't more family oriented, but it's closer knit, and some of those relationships that have been formed get strengthened through that. And to me, the biggest thing is that area where the show is held. Without that show being held, that food bank that the donations go to would go without that donation. It's a huge part of that community to support that show, and because, like I say, fishing feeds families.
And that's a Salvation Army food bank there in Bowmanville. I believe admission to the show is going to be a charitable food donation of non-perishable food items, or $3 for a family. That is really cheap.
And parking is free.
And parking is free. That's
there's a little something for the kids on the way through the door.
And it's only 2 hours from downtown Toronto, so it's really accessible for the anglers that want to get some different tackles, some things that they might not find locally. And it's like you say, it's a great time to get out and connect with other anglers, other manufacturers, and other people in the fishing industry.
There are going to be some of the major players. JP DeRose is going to be there. Big Jim, of course, and we have some of the great tackle manufacturers, like we're saying. Kite Quality Flies is going to be there. It's just Peter does such a great job of. He never sets the bar. He just goes and he says, "This is how we're going to do it this year," and he excels from the last year or previous year.
Gets bigger and better each year.
Yeah, it gets bigger and better each year. I love it.
I think last year you guys had over 3,000 anglers attended.
True. Peter's hopefully anticipating that or beyond. I would even venture to say I could probably see 4 to 5 showing up this year.
Well, that would be great. Just to tell our listeners, the show is the Bowmanville Tackle Swap and Fishing Show, and it's on Sunday, March the 13th. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at the Garnet B. Rickards Recreation Complex, correct?
Correct.
All right, that's great. And like I say, that's only 2 hours east of Toronto. Just go along the 401, boom, you're there.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice little drive for anybody this end of Toronto in the Waterloo area. Definitely plan to attend, and you'll be happy you did. Everybody comes away with a smile, I noticed there.
And hopefully a little bit of tackle.
Yes. It's always a good place to shop.
So, Ben, is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Well, yeah, this year I've been quite busy and diligent in my social media campaign of promoting some great Canadian manufacturers. So, off the top of my head, Liquid Mayhem, they're probably the hottest fish attractant in the market right now, as far as I'm concerned. It's all over, all over southwestern Ontario. It's all over eastern, western Ontario. It's making great waves throughout the market, and I just like seeing the Canadian market flourish at places like ICAST. So, Lucky Bug Lures, Sophie, thank you so much for taking me on as a PTM, and also Bait Cloud. Thank you very much for all the support that these wonderful manufacturers have bestowed upon me. Yeah, we'll see you at the shows.
And tell us, Ben, what's your next fishing trip you're going to be taking?
Well, I'm scheduled in June to take off to Alberta to film my first episode of No Limits TV, Off the Reel, and that can be found on Wild TV, where we'll have chaser trailers on YouTube as well leading up. It's for the 2017 season, so nothing will be available on the cable channel yet.
That's going to be No Limits' third season, I believe.
True, yes.
That's going to be fantastic for you. So thanks, Ben, for talking to us here on the Urban Angle. Been a pleasure, and I'm hoping to see
Dave,
you at
it's always great to be a part of something that's as important as what you're trying to put across.
And we're going to try and get out to see you at the Bowmanville Bait and Tackle.
Well, that would be spectacular. I'd love to have you guys out and listen to me jaw on, as it were.
We're looking forward.
All right, Dave. Thanks for the call, and tight lines and best fishes.
Thanks, Ben. You too.
We'll be right back with more Urban Angle.
Interactive, educational, and inspirational is what Fishing Frenzy is all about. We have developed a school program based off the outdoor curriculum to cater to the learning abilities of all elementary school grades. Our school program is about teaching the next generation about ethical fishing and protecting our environment in a positive way. Visit www.fishingfrenzy.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. That's Fishing Frenzy, friend with a ZY.
Kitefish quality flies are hand-tied to perfection. Visit us at www.kitefish.com for our complete line of products, including flies, beads, and promotional offers at fantastic prices. Use the code RADIO1 to get free shipping and no tax on your next order. That's www.kypefish.com.
Welcome back to the Urban Angle.
Hey, Dave, how are you? Sorry for the confusion.
Hey, good, Fred. How's the show going?
Not much. Just really, really busy at the show. We've had the doors open, the crowd's rushing in, and we've got a ton of people here at the booth. Give me a minute. I'm going to go behind the back here so we have a little bit more privacy. Okay.
So just for our listeners, Fred is the manager of the Toronto Outdoor Store, and it's a local bait and tackle store here in Toronto. And Fred's down at the Spring Fishing and Boat Show at the International Center in Mississauga, so I'm talking to him from the floor. So the show's going well for you?
The show has been beyond expectations. I think the cold weather has helped drive a lot of the fishermen indoors, and we couldn't have asked for a more successful show. More and more people are finding out about the Toronto Outdoor Store, and like our store motto says, Dave, one visit, you'll be hooked.
That's right. And you're a local bait and tackle store, and I would say you guys are best known for your live bait. It's a fantastic selection with different kinds of minnows, to leeches and maggots, and all sorts of sizes of worms.
Correct.
Yeah, you guys carry a wide selection of rods, reels, terminal tackle, and lures as well. But tell me, Fred, what are some of your hottest sellers?
Well, right now for the winter, I would have to say probably our biggest selling items are more along the ice jig line, Dave. The slab grabbers have been extremely popular with all the fishermen, as well as the bad boys. And of course, you've got your tried and true methods where guys just grab a bunch of pinheads if they're going out for perch or crappie, or shiners if they're going for the larger fish. The one thing that I want to stress to everybody is that we really are known for our live bait, and we stake our reputation on it. We're not like some of the other outlets out there where you're going to count to 12 and that's all you get. We always make sure that the customer gets a few extra minnows. So just in case, nature takes its course and a couple don't make it on your trip, you've always got extras. Exactly. Don't charge for oxygen in the bag. And we're always there to give a friendly hint and a hot spot to some of the local fishermen so that they catch more fish. I think that's the biggest goal is, customers catch more fish. They tend to come back to your store. And I can honestly say we've had so many repeat customers because customer service is key to our business. And we try to provide the best customer service that we can.
And you guys do. You guys provide fantastic customer service. I love coming to the store because, it feels a little bit like home. It's like an old school bait and tackle store, and it's really comfortable, and I really enjoy being there.
Well, we really appreciate that, and we love working with your group as well, Dave, and we hope to do some more wonderful things. Like we had our great day down at Eglinton Flats, and it was great seeing the families and the kids come out and the joy on their faces when they catch their first fish. That's what I've always loved is the passion of fishing. And I've always stressed that with all our customers. It's something that once you get into it, it's something that'll stay with you for the rest of your life. It's a great way to bring families together.
That's right, it is. And the Toronto Outdoor Store is a great supporter of the Toronto Urban Fishing Ambassadors. You guys not only donate bait and tackle, but you guys also give your own time. You show up to our events, and we'll be doing the Top on Pond event again this year. Again, you're more than welcome to join us.
And we will be there with bells on.
All right, we're looking forward. And what else do you have coming up this year? Will you guys be at the Sportsman Show as well, coming up in March?
We are definitely going to be at the Sportsman Show. Actually, it's going to be a real busy week for a month for us here at the Toronto Outdoor Store, because once we finish our show here in Toronto, we'll be off to London, then Hamilton, and then back to our great city of Toronto for the big Sportsman Show.
Wow.
If you're listening outside of the GTA, heads up, because we're coming.
That's great. And I hear in the spring you guys are going to be carrying some more carp gear. So what can we look forward to buying this spring?
Well, we're going to make sure that we have almost all our basics covered, your hair rigs, catapult launches, boilies. But we've also got some products that we're looking at through other distributors, which are innovative. Some catfish stuff is going to be coming as well, but we'll make sure that we have all the bases covered so that the basic needs for all the carp fishermen in the city are going to be covered. So cages, hair rigs, hair stops, really good boilies, ground bait, pretty much anything that you can think of that is going to be necessary for the carp fishermen to be successful, we're going to have in the store. And I can also promise you, Dave, that if we don't have it, we will get it, because meeting the customer's needs is what we're all about.
That's what you're all about. Well, that's great. I'm going to be down to pick up some carp gear because I'm looking to get some into some big carp this year. Why don't you tell our listeners how they can get a hold of you, where the store is at, and your contact info?
Certainly. The Toronto Outdoor Store is conveniently located at Jane and Falstaff. So it's just south of the 401 and just north of Black Creek Drive. When you see the McDonald's at the Falstaff, you simply turn like you're going to order something from our friends at Mickey D's. You're going to see on the south side of the street a great big metal garage door and our giant Toronto Outdoor Store logo right above. People can also contact us at 416-248-BAIT. That's 248-2248. If we aren't in the store, please feel free to leave a voicemail, and we'd be more than happy to get back to you and make sure we take care of all of your needs.
Thanks, Fred, for joining us. I know you're busy at the show, and I'll let you get back to it. I'm going to see you soon in the shop, so you guys have a great day down there. Say hi to Nicholas and all the guys for me.
I certainly will, Dave. We really appreciate your time. You've always been a staunch supporter of the store, and we are looking forward to a very long and fruitful relationship. Have yourself a great day, and thanks again.
You too, buddy. Tight lines.
We'll be right back with more Urban Angle.
If you're in the Greater Toronto Area and require a specialist in wall treatment and paint application, give Colorscape a call. Colorscape Painting, clean, concise, contemporary. For a free estimate, call 416-986-9730. That's 416-986-9730. Colorscape Painting.
Each year, I organize 2 shoreline cleanups for the Toronto Urban Fishing Ambassadors through the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup website. It's easy to do and only takes minutes to set up. Join us on Sunday, April the 24th, 2016, where we will be cleaning up at the Humber Marshes, near the mouth of the Great Humber River. The Humber River is a TUFA member's favorite fishing destination and, unfortunately, also the favorite destination of the litterbug. Help us clean up the Humber Marshes. We will be meeting at the Petro-Canada near Ripley Avenue in the South Kingsway. That's 8 South Kingsway, Toronto, Ontario. There is limited parking, so if you're taking the TTC, you can take the 77 Swansea bus heading southbound from Runnymede subway station. Visit the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup website at www.shorelinecleanup.ca for all the information on this cleanup and many more just like it. Thanks for joining us.
Blue Fish Stewardship tips.
And now here's Lawrence Gunther with another Blue Fish Stewardship tip.
I'm Lawrence Gunther, and this is another Blue Fish Canada Stewardship tip. I'll be the first to admit that fish slime can be a real turnoff to someone new to fishing. You know, it gets on your clothes, gets on your hands, and it seems to be almost impossible to wash off. But you know what? It's impossible to wash off for a reason. Fish need that slime. It's their protective layer. It's all that healthy, super enriched bacteria that eats anything nasty that's trying to enter their body, that's trying to get underneath their scales. You don't want to wipe that slime off the fish. You want to make sure it's protected. That's why when you're handling fish, make sure your hands are wet first, your net is wet first, you don't hold the fish against your clothing, wiping off the slime, and you don't drop the fish onto the deck of your boat, onto the carpet. You want to make sure anything in contact with that fish is wet all the time. Keep the slime on the fish. Remember, for the latest stewardship news, listen to Blue Fish Radio.
If you like the show you're listening to right now, you can listen to it and many more just like it on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Fishing, hunting, boating, and the rest of the great outdoors 24/7, 365 on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Download the free Reno Viola Outdoors Radio app or visit WRVOradio.com online to see the lineup and schedule. That's Reno Viola Outdoors Radio, and enjoy the great outdoors.
Thanks for joining us here on the Urban Angle. Thanks to Jeff Stoner, our sound engineer, and thanks to Josie Dacris, our editor and copywriter. And a huge thank you to our listeners. We want to hear about your Urban Angle. Drop us a line at theurbanangleradio@gmail.com. Join us next time where we'll be talking to David Haskell, a 13-year-old urban fishing enthusiast who also happens to be a cancer survivor. We'll be talking to David plus more urban fishing stories. The Urban Angle. Your city, your fish, your experience. Thanks for listening.